Modern smartphones come packed with so many features that understanding their different functions can be challenging sometimes. Take, for instance, those airplane and do not disturb settings. If used to their full potential, these two handy but potentially confusing communication filtering tools can make life a little easier. This simple guide will talk you through both modes and explain how they differ and how to best use them. If you find this guide helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more tips and tricks. What is airplane mode? With airplane mode activated, your device is cut off from all cellular data and Wi-Fi connectivity. This means it can no longer be used to send or receive calls. All functions requiring a signal to be sent in or out will be disabled, including text messages, emails, and access to Bluetooth or GPS services. All smartphones and tablets come equipped with this setting. To activate it on an iPhone, just navigate to the control center and tap the relevant icon. On an Android device, you'll find this under Settings, Network Connections. Alternatively, you can also swipe down from the top of your home screen. When you enable this feature, your phone is effectively in offline mode, meaning no information can be sent to or from it. You should still be able to access text messages that were already received, plus music, photos, or podcasts that you might have already downloaded. Some smartphone models, such as the iPhone, do allow you to manually turn Wi-Fi back on while remaining in airplane mode, should you wish to connect to any in-flight Wi-Fi when it's available. Why does airplane mode exist? You've probably already been prompted to use airplane mode in the past, especially if you're a frequent traveler, but you might not know the origins of how this particular smartphone feature came to be. Airplane mode exists because of concerns that mobile signals might generate electromagnetic interference with an aircraft's vital electronic systems. In practice, however, this is unlikely to happen. Experts even claim it's virtually a myth, and that there are no conclusive links between cell phone usage and aircraft disturbances. Recent studies, including one undertaken by the Federal Aviation Administration as far back as 2012, more or less back up these claims too. These days, governments have frequencies reserved for different uses, ensuring that phone signals do not operate within the same bandwidth as aircraft electronics. That said, it's a situation that is subject to ongoing debate. It also varies by region. Within the EU, for example, you can now use your phone if you're connected to the 5G network. Should you still use airplane mode? Even though it might not be necessary, there are still some good reasons why you may want to use airplane mode on flights. Wireless networks operate through a series of towers. When a plane flies over one of these towers, and every passenger on board is simultaneously connected, it could lead to overloading the system. Another possible problem lies in the social aspect. Imagine 200+ passengers within the confines of an airplane, all potentially talking on their phones at the same time. In this sense, it acts as a kind of courtesy gesture while on planes, by refraining from taking calls and keeping your smartphone in flight mode while you're in the air. You're doing your fellow passengers a solid, as likewise they're willing to do for you. What is Do Not Disturb mode? Whereas airplane mode breaks your phone's connection with a cellular network, DND mode simply silences your device. In fact, it's useful to think about this feature as essentially just silent mode. All incoming notifications, including beeps, ringtones, and pop-up notices usually triggered from incoming text messages, phone calls, news updates, and so forth, are muted when you've activated this setting. They're still there and will be visible once you check your phone, but with DND activated, you won't be alerted as you usually would. On Android devices, DND mode can be accessed via settings, sound and vibration, or by swiping down from the top of your home screen. For iPhones, you'll once again want to navigate to the control center. The benefits of Do Not Disturb mode. There are plenty of upsides when it comes to DND mode, especially if you're someone who is terminally online, no judgment, or who just has trouble focusing sometimes. It can be useful in cinemas or professional settings, for example, where there is a strong need for silence, or you don't want to be distracted. Under DND mode, preset alarms will still trigger as usual too, which can be very useful if you're trying to catch some ZZs, but don't want to be interrupted otherwise. DND mode also allows for customization. You can specify that certain calls or messages from designated contacts still go off. This is a key feature that differentiates DND mode from your phone's official silent mode, which simply quiets all notifications. Silent mode might be ideal during a work meeting or important event. On other occasions, however, you may want to switch to DND, as this means certain contacts will definitely still come through.